Hello everyone. I'm back here to continue my little Minecraft Let's Play, and quite a few things have changed in my world, mainly because I did a few things off camera, and also because I quite simply lost the recordings. Or actually, I did have a ton of recordings, but they ended up being so misproportioned, so I decided to just throw them out and sort of start anew. But I didn't want to start completely from scratch, because this world is fucking awesome. If you haven't caught up the last videos, and I don't blame you because they are horrible to watch. The aspect ratio of them are truly terrible. But yeah, this is my world. I spawned somewhere over... well, I don't know, somewhere over there I believe. Behind this mountain range here. And I went over here and started doing my little house. There was a metric ton of trees all over this area, so I flattened everything, chopped down every single tree. I got a bunch of glass, and this is my little mine shaft. This is where I started. This is where I had my first few nights, and my caves down here are actually extremely full of iron. I found a whole crap load of iron in both sides there. I ran into some random caves and they just kept on going. I haven't explored them fully either. So yeah, I got like a whole ton of iron and a bunch of cobble, so that's pretty much where I'm at this point. And yeah, with all that iron came a whole ton of coal as well, of course. So yeah, I haven't really gotten that far. This is the only thing I've done. I just hollowed out this area, flattened out everything here, and started my little house. The idea was that I would ask you guys whether you wanted me to do like a 2-story house, or what you want me to do with the roof, because this is pretty much unlivable at this point. So yeah, just let me know what you want me to do with the wood house there. I'm going to go start a little side project of mine that I've been thinking of. Let's see. Could make a bow, but I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think I want to do that right now. There's some wool, saplings. But yeah. Ah crap, I need to pick up some tools, some more tools. I kept forgetting that. So, I was out last night drinking with some friends. and I work at this club usually, but not this evening or weekend. And I found myself running around picking up glasses and generally keeping the peace. There wasn't really that much to keep peasing, I don't know. But yeah, I found myself running around just doing work stuff, even though I was actually pretty drunk. So I found it was rather interesting to see how I just instinctively went and did my job, even though I was, well, not short of wasted at least. So yeah, that's an interesting observation of mine. I also was thinking I'll wall off this part and make something underneath here. That would be kind of cool, because it sort of naturally continues in here. So yeah, I have another project I was thinking of doing with my cobblestone, but I'll get to that later. So, have you ever had that experience where you find yourself being at your workplace but not actually being at work, if you know what I mean, and then just randomly doing the job either way, even if you technically didn't have to and it wasn't working? I found myself doing that a lot, actually. And I'm not saying that the other people I work with did a bad job. I just, whenever I see something that needs to be done, I just do it. And usually I do that real quick before they even have a time to see what needs to be done. In this case, picking up empty glasses around the room. So I also had a funny story. I was also out with some friends last night drinking, and I was at my workplace, or at my bar or club, and it was after 2 and last call had been done, or well, called. I was stood there with my little drink, and some random guy came up to me and asked if he could have a sip of my beer, and I didn't have a beer, mind you. I was drinking at the time, I believe, a Smirnoff Ice or whatever, and he asked me if he could have some of my beer, and I turned around and I saw that there was a beer standing right next to me. I was standing at the end of the bar at this point, talking to some friends. I said, sure thing, why not? And apparently that beer was left there by someone who had paid for it, but was probably too drunk or had been thrown out or whatever. So no one actually had claim to that beer. So this guy came up to me and asked if he could have some of my beer. I said, sure thing, why not? So we took a sip and we started talking a little bit. And this guy, I never really knew him that well. He's like a friend of a friend of a friend type deal. Like, I know of him, but I don't personally know him. We lived in the same neighborhood when we were younger, so that's pretty much the extent of my friendship with that guy. Anyways, he told me how cool I was to give him some of his beer. Some of my beer, sorry. And I didn't really deny it either, so we just kept talking, and after he'd told me how cool of a guy I was, like 10 times, you know, drunk people, I said, hey, go ahead, take the entire beer. At this point my friends had caught up on what I was doing, or the conversation and what was happening, and they were laughing so hard. This guy, this friend of a friend of a friend deal, was pretty drunk, so he didn't really catch on to anything. Anyways, I told him he could have the entire bear, and he went on to say, oh wow, you're such a cool guy, again. And he then started to offer to pay for the beer. Full price. Yeah, he paid me for the beer. And I said, sure, why not? So I ended up earning a little bit of money of a random guy's beer, which is pretty much a win-win situation, I guess. So yeah, that's a funny story from Friday night at my workplace. Me and my friends, we headed out of there, and we were pretty drunk, and we went to the town square to buy some food after our drunken escapades, I guess. And with that money I bought some food, so it was a pretty good night, actually. Whenever you get free money and that money is then used on something you really enjoy, in this case food, who doesn't enjoy a good piece of drunken kebab? It's just a win-win situation for me. Coincidentally, being in that kebab queue waiting for my food, I also met a old friend of mine, or a acquaintance, I know, of a female figure, and we started talking and caught up, and well, yeah, that's the story I'm not going to continue. So yeah, that was a pretty awesome night. That was really cool evening. Also last night was pretty awesome as well. So yeah, anyways, back to my Minecraft. I got this area cleaned out. I'm thinking I should level it up, level it out, I guess, a little bit here. Maybe I'll slap some glass over it, like this, just to avoid that whole creeper dropping in the top of my head thing, which is always awesome. To some, maybe, but not as much to me. So yeah. Another thing I noticed about last night is, well, have you ever been to a place and 99% of the time there's more guys than there are girls? This was another club I went to earlier that night, or last night, Saturday, and yeah, 99% of the time there's more guys than girls, and I'm pretty sure this is a global phenomenon, unless you were in some of those clubs that only take in to keep their ratios. And last night, I think the universe was standing on its head, because at one point there were about a ratio of 4 to 1 of more girls than guys. And this is such a rare phenomenon that whenever it does happen, I just get totally flabbergasted. And I get more excited about the fact that there are so many girls around. At this point I was actually pretty drunk, so a friend of mine pointed it out and I didn't really notice it myself anyways. So yeah, I got so totally flabbergasted by the fact, and I just couldn't do anything about it because I was pretty much stunned. I was shocked, I was. So, what should I do with this area? Should I cut it off here and continue? Or should I just do this? Yeah, I'm thinking I'll do this. So yeah. Oh. So have you ever noticed that aspect where there are more guys than girls, and whenever there are more girls than guys, you get like sort of shocked off your game, I guess. Get a little bit surprised and unable to actually do something about it thereof. So yeah, all in all it was a pretty freaking awesome night, or weekend to say. Friday I had the whole bear salesman deal going for me, and Saturday I met a lot of cool people. I had the whole aspect ratio, guy to girl aspect ratio deal, which was pretty awesome. And I'm not too hungover. Now, I don't usually get too hungover, but sometimes I do. Why did I do that? I have a bunch of those. Never mind. But yeah, anyways, I usually don't get too hungover whenever I'm out drinking, but I'm a tiny bit nauseous, but not enough to be not enough to be actually sick about it. I think that looks good enough. But yeah, it was a pretty awesome weekend. Yeah. Now, if you haven't watched my other Let's Play videos in the series, the Minecraft videos, I mean, just keep in mind that I'm not going to give up my Oblivion Let's Play. I have a whole bunch of recordings, recorded footage about it, which is pretty awesome. I just need to edit it and upload it. And as you might have noticed, I've been out all weekend pretty much. So yeah. But yeah, you should totally let me know what you want me to do with the roof. That's priority 1 actually. If you want me to split up this entire section. Actually, let me know what you want me to do with this entire freaking building, because I just wanted to build a huge hall of some kind. But if you want me to like create smaller rooms and have whatever in them, let me know what those would be. If you want me to create like an arboreum type of deal, and create a little bit taller up under the roof, and create like a bunch of trees and bring some water in to have a whole bunch of plants and reeds and whatever. That could also be pretty cool. So yeah, just let me know what you want me to do with the wooden building part here. Yeah. Yup. So yeah, I was doing something. I was making a little something with all that cobblestone earlier. Or, well, I had an idea about that. I'm thinking I want to create like a round type cobblestone tower type deal. Pretty tall, like a watchtower kind of thing. And I'm also thinking I want to do that pretty high up. Like a marker, landmark type of thing. So maybe, whoa, that's a big tree. Maybe I should do it up here. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Maybe I should create like a pathway in through this area to this part of the mountain. Maybe I should create the watchtower up here. Create a little like pathway into it from the inside. Or maybe I should create like the watchtower type thing on the corner of one of my buildings, or this building, my wood house. That should be pretty cool, I think. I don't know, let me know what you want me to do.